A singularity formed, its creators uplifted into something beyond our understanding. These beings, now known as the Lexites, left Earth, traveling to multiple planets in our solar system, before vanishing altogether. This is why we are here. Welcome to Star Control, a state-of-the-art international space agency, tasked with the exploration of our solar system and the defense of Earth. Here reside the world's brightest minds and greatest technology, brought together by a strong curiosity to discover the unknown. Help us pioneer the future. Join today.
We believe this is an alien transmission.
And this is originating from where, exactly?
It's local. Triton.
Recall the captain. Tell him that he's needed.
He's still on administrative leave from the incident.
That no longer matters. He's the only one qualified to command the prototype Vindicator.
Последняя партия припасов и рекрутов скоро будет на месте, капитан. Пора в путь. Звездный контроль приказывает вам отправиться на Тритон и найти источник инопланетного сигнала, который исходит оттуда. Это серия регулярных импульсов на частоте 1,42 ГГц. Линия нейтрального водорода, если вдруг вы забыли радиоастрономию. Среди наших умников бытует мнение, что если пришельцы когда-нибудь выйдут на связь, то уж точно на этой частоте. Но они до сих пор не понимают, что пришельцы могли забыть на одном из спутников Нептуна. Просканируйте поверхность с орбиты. Если удастся засечь сигнал, отправьте челнок, чтобы все тщательно проверить. Если это пришельцы, ваша задача выжить и немедленно отправить рапорт. Если сочтете это безопасным, то да. Только прошу вас, будьте осторожны. Не совсем. В конце концов, звездный контроль был создан именно из-за их ухода. Ваша главная задача — миссия на Тритон. Но если узнаете что-то новое о лекситах, то немедленно сообщите нам. Известно, что, покинув Землю в 2085-м, они остановились на Луне. Но это была лишь промежуточная база. Так что они где-то там. Ну, они ведь по природе свои люди, так что да. Но даже во время бегства с Земли, когда они украли наш корабль, лекситы изо всех сил старались обойтись без кровопролития. Впрочем, они явно владеют технологиями, которых мы даже не понимаем. Если встретите их, будьте осторожны. Хорошо. Вы уже забыли, как управлять кораблем, капитан? Это плохой знак. Что вы хотите узнать? Сейчас наши запасы ресурсов ограничены, капитан. Практически все ушло на строительство этого корабля. Если найдете где-нибудь в системе ценное сырье, везите его сюда. Мы оценим его и предоставим вам соответствующее количество единиц ресурсов, сокращенно ER. ER можно использовать для покупки компонентов корабля. Надеюсь, это поможет. Звездный контроль ускорил строительство нового модульного корабля дальнего действия специально для вашей миссии. Это самый быстрый и дорогой корабль в истории человечества, капитан. Берегите его. Также корабль оснащен новейшими челноками для сбора ресурсов. Советую использовать их почаще. На строительство корабля ушло много материалов. Если мы хотим построить... Ну вот, капитан, кажется, все готово к вылету. Удачи. Люди на Земле больше всего на свете хотят узнать, в чем же там дело.
Welcome to Ceres, Captain. This station was designed to test the military capabilities of newly deployed ships, as well as the tactical abilities of command officers. You passed all of this years ago, although we still have test drones available if you want to brush up on your skills. What sort of trial would you like to run? Great work. So, would you like to run another trial? Great work. There's something you remember. So, would you like to run another trial? Captain, are you sure? Star Control is gonna be pretty upset with me if I blow up your ship. Good thinking. No problem, Captain. Can I do anything else for you? No problem, Captain. Good luck out there.
Captain, we've located the source of the radio signal. It looks like there's a crashed ship down there. We should take a lander down to investigate. Resource collected. Press tab to view your inventory and fleet status screen.
You actually came. I can't tell you how sweaty we are to see you. Your friends? Maybe? I am Chief Viscosity Officer Windu of the Tyrone. You think it's nice to meet me? That's a wonderful change from the usual disgust and contempt we receive when meeting new species. It's a funny story. You'll like it. It starts with these guys called the Scribe. They're the ones who shot us down. They're kind of our friends. That makes so much sense when you say it that way. We're actually trying to protect you from the Scribe. We began receiving your radio transmissions about 50 years ago. You're a fascinating species. And because we knew the Scribe would destroy you if they found you, we've been keeping you a secret from them. At least we were. Until a few months ago. The Scribe had evidently received traces of your radio broadcasts themselves. They dropped some pretty terrifying hints that they were looking for you. We were on our way here to stall them, which we did, by getting shot down by them. Hence the distress call. You probably should. The Scribe are looking for you in this area of space. They don't know exactly where you are, but they will find you. Not a lot of humans are going to survive that process. The good news is, we can help you. If you help us first. Most of our systems were squished when we dropped out of hyperspace. Our hyperwave radio was one of them, which is why we had to call for help the old-fashioned way. Also, now we might actually be able to repair all that damage, but we will definitely need that other half of our spaceship back. It went down on a planet somewhere in your solar system. All planets look the same when you're crying. Though if I had to guess, I'd say it was around one of your larger, bluer worlds. Also, we lost a couple of hyperdrive modules. We'll definitely need those if we want to not starve to death far from home. Those definitely went down somewhere in your inner solar system. I know this is a lot to ask. But finding all of this shouldn't be a problem for a ship with both its halves. You want to learn more about us? I have never been moister. What do you want to know, best friend? They're the dominant species in this part of the galaxy. Or at least the part of the galaxy we know about. When we first reached the stars, it was the Scribe that met us, and forcefully included us into their empire. Because we knew the Scribe would wipe you out if they found you, we've often kept the ship in the area to steer them away if they came by. Don't even bother checking out that yellow star, we'd say. Not a great plan, I realize, as I say it out loud. But it was never an issue. They actually don't care that much what happens in this neighborhood. Until just recently, anyways. Entirely unselfish reasons, you could be sure of that. Honestly, once we started watching your shows and writing fan fiction for your shows, and then taking that fan fiction a bit too far for your shows, we could hardly just sit back and do nothing. Yeah, we don't much like talking about them either. Part of our ship fell off. It must have landed somewhere else in this system. Also, we lost our I know, it's a lot. So, the biggest help I can offer will be your friends. We'll share technology and explain how the galaxy... We've been not getting killed by the Scribe for a... Not that I'm... Okay, I'm bragging a little. So, will you help? Great! We'll give you so many hugs if you manage to succeed. Great!
Sir, we're detecting an unidentified object on the surface. We may want to send a lander down to investigate.
This looks like the part of the ship that friendly slug is missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now.
Scanning. Vessel does not match patterns for any authorized sentient being. EM broadcast detected. Spectrum analysis. Technological development level T3. 2D image in broadcast identified. Processing. Facial edge discrimination does not match known sentience in this sector. You are not a Taiwan. Who are you? Remain where you are. A scribe legate has been notified of your unauthorized existence and is approaching this sector now. Hold. Transmission incoming. New orders received. Local fleet probe vessel 0 will clear system of unauthorized or...
Вы вернулись. Как там на Тритоне? Ничего себе. Просто кошмар. Нежелательная органика? Очистка системы? Звучит скверно. Ладно, давайте по порядку. Во-первых, тайвом с Тритона. Наши экзобиологи тщательно изучили записи вашего разговора с пришельцем. Проанализировав выбор слов, моргание и общий уровень потоотделения, они пришли к выводу, что пришелец и правда боялся за свою жизнь. Поэтому мы приняли решение. Вы должны помочь ему. Мы не можем упустить такую возможность. Если принять во внимание ваш рассказ о зонде скрайвов, получается, нам грозит вполне реальная опасность. Если хотя бы половина того, что этот тайвом говорит о скраевах, правда, мы должны ему помочь. Мы просто не можем упустить шанс установить дружеские отношения с инопланетной цивилизацией. Особенно если это хоть как-то поможет отразить угрозу нашей собственной расе. Найдите недостающие детали корабля, капитан. Они должны быть где-то поблизости. Да. И какие же? Летать в космосе не так уж просто. Увы, с этим у нас проблемы. Мы потратили... Нам едва хватило средств. Везите сюда все ресурсы, как с помощью космической системы. Все это их... Что-нибудь еще? Удачи!
Captain, this is the lunar facility the Lexites settled after they first left Earth. We've sent surveyors here before, and I don't think much has changed since then. Not from all the dust I can see. It doesn't look like the Lexites were here long after they arrived in 2085. This was just a staging area they used before traveling elsewhere. No idea where they went after this, but you know that as well as I do. Finding them is why we have a star control in the first place. Captain, there's something powering on here. Blinking lights, humming sounds. There's a computer screen turning on. It says, "Threat to remnants detected. Lander self-defense technology ready to be used. Insert uranium to power." There's a slot in the device here. Do we have any uranium we can feed this thing? I don't keep that on me. We'll have to come back later then, or ignore this entirely. Your call, Captain.
Our new probable friends came back. Did you get everything we need to repair our vessel? You did? That's not good. Did you tell them we were here? Well, now that's like I said, if you help us repair our ship. So, have you found everything we need to repair our vessel? That's great! That's almost. There are 3 parts. The part that completely fell off, which we need to live, and the 2 hyperdrive parts. They should be in your solar system somewhere. Great!
Captain, this planet is well beyond our ability to land on. We'll need to find some way to improve our lander technology to have a hope of safely exploring the surface here. Captain, this planet is well beyond our ability to land on. We'll need to find some way to improve... Sir, we're detecting 2 unidentified objects on the surface of Mars. Is this something to do with the Lexites, or something... This looks like part of an alien spaceship, Captain. I bet this is one of the hyperdrive modules those aliens are missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now. This looks like part of an alien spaceship, Captain. I bet this is one of the hyperdrive modules those aliens are missing. We'll load it up onto the lander now.
Вы вернулись. Как идет миссия по спасению пришельца? Что-нибудь еще? Удачи!
Our new probably... Did you get everything we need? Great! Now we can fix our ship. It worked! We've repaired the hull damage and restored power to our propulsion systems. It will take another minute or so to get... So please, don't murder us! Great! So, my new damp chum, why don't we head back to Earth? You can introduce us to your parents and leaders. We can tell them what we've told you. Or we could just hang out. You won't. You might rue it, though. I've heard that people rue meetings with me.
Unknown alien. You do not have permission to exist in this sector or anywhere else. Who are you to tell us where we might be, Savage? This star is the property of the Scribe Empire. Proof of your barbarity? Do not attempt to hide it. We saw the weapons blink when I communicate the details of our encounter to Scrap. Who knew they were filled? We thought it was just that Taiwan. The one cowering in the shadow along with all the rest of the Taiwan. Is that one of your Kunuku? I hope it means. Yes, it's not. This has been...
Whoa, where did that... That's a rhetorical question, actually. We're still repairing our weapon systems, so we won't be able to help you, which is a good luck. You did great. You are so and sexy. What? That's weird. Translation error, prop. That happens sometimes. Anytime we say something weird or uncomfortable, that'll be a translation error. Of course. And it's not just a humanity thing. I don't know if you caught it, but that scribe, that's not gonna go over well back home. But first, and when you get here, we have something we need to give you.
Вы вернулись. Это я вижу. Итак, в этой вселенной мы явно не одни. Что ж, так мы и думали. Эти странные пещеры на Церере, отголоски далеких радиосигналов и те пропавшие жирафы. Теперь все сходится. Пришельцы существуют. И злобные среди них тоже есть. Эти скрайбы нагнали страху. Не уверена, что союзники – подходящее слово. Уимду утверждает, что скрайвы присоединяют иные расы к своей империи в статусе протектората. Если Уимду не ошибается относительно того, как они поступают с молодыми расами, скорее всего, нам уготовано полное уничтожение. С другой стороны, вы одолели их в бою, а значит, положение не так уж безнадежно. Жаль, что все так вышло. Никто на Земле не хочет войны с расой злобных космических кентавров. Мы начинаем собирать оборонительный флот. Но у нас все еще слишком мало информации. Что вы думаете о Уимду? Вы верите ему? Значит, вам повезло. Он все пытается меня обнять. Но мы сейчас не в том положении, чтобы отталкивать каких угодно друзей. Тайвомы любезно согласились установить кое-что на ваш корабль. А именно гиперпространственный модуль. По-видимому, это устройство позволяет путешествовать быстрее скорости света. Мы хотим, чтобы вы сопроводили пришельца к его родной планете и заключили союз с его расой. Если все получится, позже отправим профессиональных дипломатов улаживать детали. Но Уимду настоял, чтобы вы летели в первую очередь. Мне кажется, вы ему не безразличны. Вы спасли один из их кораблей. Тайвомы наверняка поверят вам, капитан. Еще для назначения на этот корабль требуется интеллект, дипломатический талант и умение адаптироваться. К тому же вы прошли все тесты на разумность. Мы помогли починить корабль тайвомов. Теперь они просят лететь нужно сейчас. Если получится, заключите союз между Тайвом, а затем постарайтесь собрать как можно больше информации о скрайвах и галактике вокруг нас. Особое внимание нужно уделить тем ее частям, которые стремятся нас уничтожить. Мы должны быстро войти в курс дела. Да, мы видели видео. Послушайте, капитан, узнать, что случилось с лекситами, но недавние события несколько изменили. Мы уже владеем информацией о лунной базе. Ваша задача отправиться к Альфе Репекулы. А руинами лекситов займетесь, когда будет время. Сейчас нам не до этого. На Уране? Вы хоть представляете, сколько документов нужно оформить, чтобы доставить на орбиту радиоактивные материалы? На это уйдут годы, капитан. Я не шучу. Вам проще найти уран самостоятельно. У вас есть челноки для сбора ресурсов. Используйте их. Возможно, вы найдете необходимое на Меркурии или на Ио. Уимду говорит, что гипердвигатель быстро доставит вас, так что топлива должно хватить. Если хотите выгрузить собранные минералы или провести дозаправку, думаю, это можно устроить. Что-нибудь еще? Что-нибудь еще? Удачи!
To activate our hyperdrive, just approach the edge of the solar system. It'll engage automatically.
It's the humans! Don't shoot! Windu has asked us to come patrol your system, which will take... You'll be sick. Anyways, you should head over to our homeworld at Alpha Repiculae. Would you believe that all humans look pretty much the same to us? Rest assured, I am a completely different Taiwan. And the next Taiwan, as eerily similar as he or she might look, will also be... Are you really going to go there? You're not just saying you will, so we stay there all day waiting for... Because we've had that happen.
It looks like our new hyperdrive came with a navigational system, Captain. Let's open up the map now by pressing Tab and use the search feature to find our way to Alpha Repiculae.
You have arrived. We have waited for you for a long time. We have been watching. We have never met before, but you know us. We are known as the Arelu Lalile. Of course we do. We have chosen this appearance because it is exactly what you expect an alien to look like. We always intended we would be the first to contact you. Events, however, have overtaken our intentions. The Taiwan are amateurs at watching you. We have a very particular interest in you. Discussing it now would complicate this conversation. You may know that we have watched you for several thousand years. And that is all that you may know. We did not expect you to find us for some time yet. Events have accelerated. Your Lexites saw it. They took a different path, a darker path. But they are not our concern. Our bond is only with you. The Lexites are not our concern. We don't know where they have gone, but here you are. Sooner than expected, yet almost too late. Because you are still incredibly immature, You are still many years away from being able to naturally make use of hyperspace yourselves. Yet here you are, thanks to the intervention of the Taiwan. The most pressing threat you probably perceive is the Scribe. They are a real threat. Though threats come in varying degrees, more are coming. The spur is aflame. The Eight are no more, and the precursors have abandoned us. In time it will, but when that time comes, heed these words. Your path is not guarded by rails. If you sense your journey has been taken many times before, then beware. The obvious, unthinking path will give you... Our technology is so far advanced from yours. We could take any... We could be angels, or demons, or little green men. We could be you. Because we are. You don't like that? Of course you don't. The memory of this sensation has not been lost to us. Yes, we are speaking down to you. We have both taken different paths to this point in the manifold. We have simply seen more. The object near here is a space station left behind by a race of aliens who have long departed from this facet. Their true name is not known to any of your peers. Precursors is a common handle in this facet and others. Their artifacts, like this space station, will not work for your peers, but they will work for you, because we have activated them for you. We are not peers of the precursors. They are beyond even us, as they have often shown. But we have seen enough to know some of their tricks. Use these stations. They will be a great asset to you. Their caretakers are unique, but this is typical of precursor technology. It is time for us to go. Very few of my kind remain in true space. Advise we can, but defend we cannot. If you need advice on where to go next, Proxima Centauri is famously not far. The moon of Caphs there contains many valuable resources these star bases can make use of. Beyond that, do not worry. This will not be the last time we talk. You will be fine. Explore, talk, fight. Be human.
Greek, Sixu, Fringy, hello, 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 hello. Calibration complete. Natural language interaction now possible with hit rate of 99.5%. One moment, checking proper motion of calibration stars. This facility has been offline for 205,432 years. Why have I come online now? Checking. Exception, reboot cause not found. This seems unlikely. Sapient life forms known to exist in this region of space are several orders of magnitude too primitive to operate this facility. Who are you? Checking. 99.8% chance you are descendants of pre-sapiens on local green belt world. Insignificant. This is quite a mystery. This is an automated port, research, recreational facility created by Exception, name not found. I am an avatar of that facility. I have been projected into this facet of the multiverse to facilitate its use. This facility, and others like it, can process raw minerals into generalized resource units and then process those into fuel, equipment, or entire vessels. It can also tell you stories. Checksums indicate large portions of my internal memory have been corrupted. Consequently, this facility only has limited information on the following topics: exception, name not found, local stars, and fun facts. This region occupies a minor arm of the galaxy. Notable exceptions include the unusually low density of interstellar medium in this area. This region has been continually filled with sapient life since recordings began 218,209. Exception, name not found, lived in these stars for. They did things which I have no record of. The volume of missing records, this facility is one of those things. Designed to assist. It seems though that this facility has laid dormant for 200. That's it. That's all I know. There are other facilities that might be able to offer more. The 200 billionth digit of E is 2. This facility is over 200,000 years old. Standards may have changed. Calibrations are still continuing. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? This is an automated port. This facility and others like it can process raw minerals into it can check some. Consequently, this exception, name not found, local. Is there anything else? One other thing before you go. This facility has peas scattered throughout the spur. They are statistically likely to have experienced different corruption in their memory banks and may have access to also of note. From any facility, you'll be able to access the hypergate material movement. That is it. Exception, civil farewell not found.
It's the humans. I can't tell you how excited everyone at our home were, except I guess I just did. You really should head over there right away. Tyromia is in the Alpha Reticuli system. It's the 5th planet out, the really drippy one. Are you really going to go there? Because we've had that happen. Hello. We see you're with Science Custodian Wimdu. You should continue to our homeworld in the Alpha Reticuli. This is one of our friendship colonies. It's where we send Taiwan who have a hard time making friends at home. Shh, don't let them hear you. Normal colony stuff. Science, reading. So when we get in lots of arguments about Bye!
Great seeping pour! They actually came. Welcome, humans. We greet you with Chief Viscosity Officer Wimdu has already told us so much about his new friends. You wish to be our friends? Then of course we'll ally with you. This is the greatest day in Taiwan history. We will immediately send emissaries to your homeworld to share technology, coordinate. So, what would you like to do now, best friend? Does anyone on your ship want a massage? That's going to be tricky. You've already blown up one of their... They hate that. Look, we know you have a lot of gumption. And so many... What is wrong with you anyways? Uh-huh. Well, even with those, you have primitive spaceships. And you don't... So no. You cannot fight the scribe. Not alone, at least. Also, no. Thanks for asking, though. We would be a big help. We know how hyperspace works, at least. But we're just not big fans of getting squished by the scribe. Right. We read Wimdu's, but that scribe died. The rest of the scribe lot, they're going to murder us all, aren't they? Especially once they having maybe being unpopular was some kind of evolutionary defense for our people. Wow. You are definitely the first person who's ever told us that. But maybe you're right. Maybe there are other aliens you have something in common with. We've seen lots of battle damage, which suggests someone out there, though we have no idea. Shooting the scribe sounds like the kind of cool activity people tend to not include us in. There are lots of aliens around here. But most of them aren't that until they become consequential, that is. It's weird that the scribe have taken such an interest in you. I guess you just have that kind of look to you. The look which makes evil Anyways, if you're looking for aliens who might be able to act, not all of which actually like the scribe that much. There's the Mouquet. They have lots of tentacles, so you'd think they'd be good at hugging. They don't seem into it. Their homeworld is in the... Then there's the Mengmak. They're pretty friendly. A bunch of their ships are in the Speaker constellation. But we've seen them in lots of other places, too. Oh, and then there's the Drenkend. They're some kind of living weapon. They really like the scribe and really like killing things for the scribe. So we don't hang around them too much. Also, there's the scribe, though that's probably not so. What are we going to do? Glop, you are so cool! Let us know if there's anything we can do to help. You can have as many hugs as you need. Also, perhaps more relevantly, please feel I can assure you the Taiwan on board will be more than happy. Like, it'll be weird.
С возвращением! Вы, должно быть, знаете о прибытии тайвомской делегации. Они поделятся информацией и технологиями и помогут нам строить корабли. А еще они хотели бы просто поболтать. Не стоит забывать о благодарности. Поэтому поговорим вот о чем. У звездного контроля есть... Увы, наши славные липкие приятели знают о галактике. Поэтому, если мы не хотим бесславно погибнуть от рук инопланетных завоевателей, если верить тайвомам, в непосредственной близости установите контакт с этими цивилизациями. И, похоже, у этих скрайбов уже есть враги. Если сможете установить, кто они такие, это будет отличным началом нашей миссии. О, у нас еще много работы. Просто решила начать с такого пустяка, как спасение человеческой расы, но если вам этого мало... Можете заняться добычей или узнать, что случилось, или найти любовь среди звезд. Любые. Если мы собираемся ввязаться в межзвездную войну, нам понадобится абсолютно все, что только можно достать. Но у вас только один корабль, капитан, и для него есть более важная задача. Если встретите богатую ресурсами планету, постарайтесь забрать, но не забивайте голову. Рутинные грузоперевозки мы берем на себя. Это шутка, капитан. Помните, вы представляете все человечество. Ваша первейшая задача – поцелуи вряд ли будут уместны. Нет, не видела. Отлично. Можете взять корабль в любой момент, когда решите приступить к выполнению миссии. Захотите провести ремонт или пополнить запас? На данный момент лишь ваш корабль может войти в гибель. Мы работаем над решением этого. Чем могу вам помочь? С помощью тайвома теперь можно создавать разные модули, которые не пропускайте ни крупицы загадочных. И, возможно, мы сумеем использовать ваши находки, но за все надо платить. Модули и гипердвигатели требуют редких, так что если хотите улучшить флагман или нарастить на верфи, можно потратить ЕР на заправку, улучшение судна и строительство кораблей сопровождения. Что-то еще, капитан? Удачи.
As requested, I have gathered all records pertaining to the faction of 8 and sequestered them in the prescribed archives of Scribner's. All other known copies have been destroyed, so as to not pollute the brains of any chronicler whose duties require them to maintain these records. I have attached the following synopsis to them to serve as an approved and sanitary summary of their contents. The faction of 8 arose approximately minus 7,000 EE, evidently as a response to an aggressive civilization that originated in an unremarkable region in what is now Sector 03, close to Alpha Centauri. The faction that...
Proxima Centauri used to be a pretty quiet system until a few years ago. Then a bunch of refugees showed up. No one knows where they came from, but now the place is almost bustling.
Leave your vessel now, and you might survive this. Gosh, you are shiny and new. We're the Kazanti. As your people will soon learn, in this part of space, you're going to want to avoid the Kazanti. Yeah, if you're new around here, I bet you are. Look, here's how we feel about the Scrive. Not at all. The Scrive Empire are the worst thing to ever happen to you. They'll wipe out everything you and your people have ever known. But to everyone else in the galaxy, they're a shambling wreck. A slowly unfolding disaster lashing out at everyone they see. Which leaves a lot of opportunity for entrepreneurs such as ourselves. Do you know what's one of the most profitable things we do? Peeking through the bones of shiny young aliens just obliterated by the... So, where do you hail from, friendo? Where your people's bones gonna be? No, you won't.
Hello, two-armed one. You've approached us without shooting first. This is a pleasant change for creatures in this part of the spur. Nevertheless, we can't speak with you. We have much material to gather before making our next We can't help. It's ridiculous of you to ask. If you wish to know more, talk to the Noras manning the depot on the planet Slatha in this system. He's a talker.
Captain, we're getting word from Star Control that something strange is going on Mars, near the old abandoned colony. We should check it out when we get a chance.
Hello, Biom. Welcome. It is a term of classification, Too Armed. It's not an insult. Not at all. This supply depot serves all Noras vessels passing through the... You seem friendly. For Biom. Is there anything you'd like to purchase? I don't know. Well, refugees, Biom. But I'll tell you what I can. Not this sad little system. We came from further up the spur. The look on your face could not be blank. Let me find terms you understand. You know, the scribe? Well, we hail from even beyond their borders. The death of trillions of our people. I will not tell you the whole story. But some of these things took an interest in our ancestral home. Is that enough? I apologize if I seem blunt. I will not tell you the whole story. But now, we run. Our empire was a small one, Biom. But we spoke with traders who had traveled far. There is a place. Far from here, none of this need concern you. We will have traveled beyond your realm within a matter of years, if not months. Yes, it is. It's primarily food, only suitable for a Noras diet, and fuel which is suitable for any ship's diet. Oh, and fuel pressure regulators. We have a lot of those. It's a device that regulates. It's extremely. Our vessels are notoriously unreliable, but it would be no use for a vessel with your level of technology. Okay. Safe travels, Biom. Welcome back, Biom. It's primarily and fuel pressure regulators. We have a lot of our vest, but it would be no use for a vest. Okay. It's primary and fuel pressure regulators. Okay. Safe travels, Biom.
Captain, we're detecting a lot of drones down there. Where did those come from? There aren't any people on Mars, but that old colony is something of a memorial. We shouldn't just abandon it to those dirty robots. Captain, let's clear all the drones off this planet before we enter the colony. It won't be safe until then. This is the old Martian colony, Captain. After it collapsed in the 40s, the Lexites helped tidy it up. I guess they left some drones behind when they did so. Drones which have evidently just decided to go screwy. I don't think we've solved all the riddles of the Lexites yet. Still, thanks for coming. I have relatives who died here. Years before I was born, obviously. Do you remember the colony collapse? How old are you anyways, Captain? Don't take that the wrong way. You look fine, full of life. Forget I said anything. Anyways, solar flares disrupted almost every vessel we had in the system at the time. Cut the supply lines for the colony for months. They never really had a chance. Bit of a memorial now. I'm glad we could preserve it.
С возвращением. Да, мы видели видеозапись вашей. Ваша задача найти новую на уране? Вам проще найти уран? Возможно, вы найдете необходимый. Что-то еще, капитан? Удачи.
Many playful splashes, unknown alien. On behalf of the Federation of Allied Species, I welcome you. You should like us. The Federation of Allied Species is an We're also interested in exploration, scientific advancement, and oh no, we are. The Scribe don't really know about the Federation. They'd step on us if they found out. Which is kind of why the Mukai are the only member at the moment. Oh, how nice it is to see another curious. Officially, the Mukai are loyal, aquatic. Unofficially, we are the founding member of the. It's a bit of a juggling act. In numbers, it's a little. But in terms of space, it is also not great. The Scribe do not permit us to travel far. We have personally seen but a few worlds in the vicinity of Mukayan. We're limited, of course, by the lack of worlds with liquid water on them. Also, land creatures all look the same to us. It's a well-known phenomenon. When encountering an alien, our eyes and feelers are natural. We do not notice how they differ from each. It's why all aliens seem to sound and look the same. The Scribe are the founding species of the Scribe Empire. Along with their ward species, the Scribe control by some measures, they are incredibly civilized. Powerful by other, better measures, they are profoundly evil. They regularly murder aliens. They also regularly murder aliens. Many Mukai were placed on racks to dry before we learned this lesson. The Scribe are deeply opposed to exploration and curiosity. They spend great energy to clamp tentacles around the eyes of their ward species, even to the point of genetically engineering them. The Scribe routinely breed or engineer their ward species to better suit their duties in the Empire. They won't say this clearly, of course, but that's what we've gathered listening to them. The Scribe sure do like. Our people have a saying, to blow ink up one's own waste valve. But your waste valves... That is disgusting. Primarily by breeding docility into the species that needed to be made. But there's evidence they've done much more. Take the measured, for example. One of the oldest ward species of the scribe. They must have but the scribe have since twisted them, engineering them into simple Their homeworld is in the Delta Domo system. If you want to lay eye stalks, be careful though. It lies right near the heart of scribes. They planned to. When they encountered us, they talked about breeding programs for us. Plans which they never seemed to get around to. We think they find our breeding... Officially, every major sentient alien in this part of the galaxy, though some are... The measured, for example, serve as record keepers for the scribe. We thankfully don't have much contact. The ones we've seen most recently are the Taiwan, the Drenkend, and the Maolings. The Taiwan they have petitioned to join the Mukei Federation. Their complete inability to take a hint suggests a 188th petition will be coming. Aside from it resulting in the scribe annihilating us, the Taiwan are nice. The Drenkend are simple-minded shock troops used by the scribe for simple-minded things. Their homeworld, Drenkapon, is in the Alpha Uxor system, if you ever need to have any of your ships exploded. They live in the Shivios cluster, we think. We only met them by accident. They seemed to be friendly beings. We do not wish to insult for every creature, but the Maolings seemed precious in a very simple way. Certainly. This is a recent development. We have no idea which aliens are involved. We simply do not know. Someone with a huge, dangling hectocodiclus, that's for sure. Certainly. The scribe are the founding by other better measure. Certainly. Sweet. Is there anything else? Accepting a new member is a tricky process. Actually, it's an... If they found out the scribe would stab us, then shoot us, then try, then they'd repeat. So, no, let's go with no. No. The scribe would crush us if we started... They're not big fans of armed rebellions. And how many of those aliens are getting repeatedly... We've heard of this fight. For long, we suspected these other aliens had undergone pressurization madness. But the fighting has been going on. Perhaps the scribe are weaker. We are uncertain. The water is murky. You're not the first to point out the problems inherent in our Federation in its current form. The fact that it has only one member. The fact that we quietly stand by while curious young aliens. And the fact that there are far too many fish out there that These are questions that have been bubbling through us. But you are asking for a big thing. Admitting you into the Federation would... The Abyssal Council of the Mukei cannot put our entire... There is something, though. A protocol we've blotted out. We would require you to do something for us first. Perhaps then the Abyssal Council would consider your petition for Federation membership. Our colony at Lakai 8760 has recently come up. The Drenkend are large and cruel beasts. The scribe, many Mukei have already perished thanks to their bizarre and distress. They kill us while shouting nonsense about ears. It makes no sense. But any fool whose adolescent tentacles have dropped the scribe have begun to take notice of our Federation. So long as you promise only, if you cannot employ either the principle of cooperative peace or peaceful cooperation, you'll only make matters worse. Please, please be careful.
Receiving word from Tyromia that the Strive have taken control of the Delta Trireme A system. They're looking for you, humans.
Hello. This facility has received word of your arrival and instructions to serve you as if you were exception, name not found, yourselves. Is there anything else? Exception, civil farewell not found. Hello, welcome back. Checksums consequently, exception, name not found, and the perception of time, powerful weapon systems, and fun facts. In a different manner than most extensive translation records used to exist for all have been corrupted, save for what appear to be a children's prime. I will read from as you get older, exception, as you get younger, exception. 2 days from now does not exist. 4 days from now is the other side of the Torah, and now you know. In a different manner than most organic, extensive translation records used to exist for explaining this all have been corrupted, save for what appear to be a children's prime. I will read from this. As you get older, exception, name. As you get younger, exception, name not fact. 2 days from now does, and now you know. Exception, interesting, powerful. Although this facility has extensive records on powerful weapon systems, it has been instructed to not share them with anyone expressing gravity sometimes stops working if no one's paying attention to it. Is there anything else? Exception, civil farewell not found.
Attention! Your garbage vessel has intruded on Squid Destruction Zone Alpha. We are the drinking, battle fodder for the glorious Scribe Empire. No one enjoys meeting us. You are a liar. You will enjoy us less soon. We are the drinking, battle fodder for the glorious Scribe Empire. It means a foodstuff or inferior material used to supply a heavy demand. Rock, 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 rock. I'm afraid our order, so be careful. If dying in combat is what you have planned for us, you should know that we are very good at that. Rock? That doesn't sound like... But go on, talk us out of it. Rock, because someone told us to. Drinking Command. They had a... You can find them in the Alpha Uxor system where they do all their ordering. Yes, we know killing the squids fills us with but it is what which fills us with a vague sense of contentedness. Normal? We get killed a lot. Well, you could talk to the earless squids. They might have a way to stop us. But they haven't stopped us, so probably not. Rock? That doesn't sound like... But go on, talk us out of it. Rock! Because someone told us to. Drinking, you can find them in the Alpha Uxor system where they do all their orders. Well, you could, but then, so probably not. Rock, we don't have orders to prevent such, so knock yourselves out.
How did you get through the blockade? The Dragon have besieged this planet for days now. Please, you have to stop them. They won't tell us why they're attacking. They just scream nonsense about ears and then fire their troops directly at us. It's been really unpleasant to clean up. You could, but there are actually a few other... You could try and talk some sense into the Dragon, but they're the Dragon, so that you could shoot them all, which would not be very peacefully cooperative. Or you could help us turn on this shield. We built this colony here to study the precursor one of which appears to be a continent-sized. We'd be invulnerable to the Drinkend if only we could power it, which is going to require about 50 units of degenerate matter. When we first surveyed this system, we found a moon in the outer solar system which should have some. Whatever you do, please hurry.